Welcome to Who Let the Dogs Out, the podcast designed to help you enjoy life with your best friend without all the frustrations. Join us each week as we help families across the country do just that. I'm your host, Corey, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Sally.
And today, we have got a Q&A episode for him. You want to tell him what we're talking about today?
We're going to talk about cold weather,
Okay.
how you can exercise your dog better in less time.
All right.
And we've had a question from one of our new clients.
All right, cool. And today's also kind of unique, too, because we've got our first in-studio guest watching the show live, one of our new clients. His name's Drew, and he's in the studio with us
And
today.
that's
so
who
cool.
Gave us a question.
Wow, wouldn't you know it? Anyways, that's what we're talking about today. So if you want to learn about all that stuff, stick to the end. It'll be worth it. I guess regular intros. For those of you that are joining today, first time, my name's Corey. I'm the founder of Wonder Dog. As of January 1st, we were 7 years old, and since that time, we've helped thousands of dogs and thousands of families, and we love doing that. And that's our whole entire goal with this company and this podcast and all that kind of stuff. And Sally's phone's ringing.
Do apologize. I thought it was turned off.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
No, never.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
No.
Anyways, this is Sally.
I do apologize.
All right. Who are you? Why are you? How are
you?
How are you associated with this place?
I used to be a client.
She was one of our first clients.
And then I got a job, and I've been here coming up 6 years.
Yep. And she's basically the person that makes Wonder Dog run in the background. So
they
couldn't
say.
do it without her.
So they say.
Anyway, so yeah, that's who we are. Formats for the show. So today we're doing a Q&A, which is fun because you guys give us the questions. We give you the answers. If you want to write in a question, you can reach me at Corey from Wonder Dog on Instagram, or you can reach Sally at
wonderdogtraining.com.
Nice. Yeah, so that's that. What else? Oh, Dog Talk. That's where we come on and talk about a topic related to dogs, dog ownership, dog training. Our last episode was puppies, puppy ownership, puppy training, because it's the new year. Everybody's getting new dogs and puppies and stuff as part of the new year. So, yeah, that's that. We got some interviews coming up.
We are. We're going to do some planning today of who we want to interview over this coming year.
I guess you could call it like a hit list for interviews.
Hit list.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to call it?
Yeah. Okay. For interviews. So anyways, we're going to come up with some cool stuff and hopefully take the show on the road. Maybe I can convince Sally to travel with me this year. We'll see.
No.
So I was like, I don't leave more than 30 minutes from home. 45 if necessary.
I'm not going up and down the 40 to Nashville with you.
Nope. Anyways, but yeah, so anyways, we've got some other cool stuff. Somebody just said that maybe we should, or we just brought up an old idea, maybe we should do some live shows. So anyways, the goal of this year is just grow the show.
Yeah.
Which we kind of have been doing. I don't really have any updates since we recorded the last podcast, but we're still at 170 going strong. Our goal is to get to 200 by February 1st. So if you haven't subscribed, you're a new listener, you haven't subscribed, please do. That'd be awesome if you could.
Click that button. It's free.
Yep. If you know anybody getting value out of the show, learn something, etc., feel free to share the show with a friend, family member, colleague. That'd mean the world to us. I don't know. I guess we just jump into the show now. Let's do it.
Absolutely. You not got any updates?
No, because we recorded a podcast 2 days ago. All my updates are gone.
No. Okay.
I switched Mia to raw food.
There you go.
That's a big update.
And we are going to explore that, aren't we? A little more.
Yeah, no, we are. But no, I switched her. I mean, we're still in the transition process, so there's still some kibble in her food and stuff like that. But overall, wasn't that hard. And I think I'll find a way to do it where it's like actually cheaper than what I feed her now. So
nice.
Yeah. Anyways, that's been cool. What about you? Anything new in your world?
No. You're right. We only did a podcast a few days ago.
Which should be going out today. But yeah. Because today's Monday when we're recording this. This will go out next Monday. So.
Yes, it will.
Anyways, all right, cool. Well, I guess what's question number 1?
Okay, well, I'm going to do the question that Drew gave us.
All right.
Drew's going to be starting training with us very shortly.
All right.
And he wanted to know, was there anything he could or should be doing to prepare for starting training?
Could or should be doing to start training? Yeah, normally whenever I get people signed up, we give them access to the portal. And since he did part of our Christmas deal, you're getting him access to the portal on like the back end of the website, which we hadn't done yet. But normally I'd suggest just starting with some of the guides, like the guides that we have. So like the Hyper Dog guide, that's a really good one. And me and him were actually talking about that beforehand. And the idea is like give your dog stuff to do where you don't have to be involved the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Like where you don't have, your dog can play with themselves, right? So to speak. And then also the goal is to like work out some of the brain energy and stuff. So yeah, I would say breed that. That'd be a good place to start. And then really just, I guess kind of if you want to start working on some basic commands, like once I always tell people too, once they get access to the portal, if you want to start with like the puppy training videos, you can watch like the on and off leash videos if you want to, but don't actually start doing any of that stuff till you start training.
Yeah.
But watch the puppy training videos, just grab your dog's favorite bag of snacks and start working on some of the basic commands, just using like treats and stuff. That'll be like a fun way to start using some of that energy productively and things like that.
Yeah.
And then at some point this year, I've been talking about it for like a year, but I'd love to do like a pre-training course with just like, kind of foundational knowledge. Drew's been listening to all the podcasts that we put out so far.
That's a good idea to do before you start training.
Yeah, I think listening to the podcast is a good idea just because you can learn a lot of stuff. But maybe making like maybe I don't even need to make it. Maybe I just take the episode we already did and put it on the portal or something. But just talking about how dogs learn, really, like learning about that kind of stuff, like, the opera conditioning and classical conditioning and different things like that. I think that's not a bad idea to kind of know. So that way, whenever your trainer, is doing something or a method, you can kind of understand the meaning behind why they're doing what they're doing, so to speak, So anyways, I'd say start with the guide. I would say the puppy videos too, with just like the basic like treats and stuff like that, just treat-based training, getting started with that, just having some fun with your dog and things. And then whenever it comes to like training day and being prepared, if you want to just have some snacks for your dog, like normally, our trainers just show up with everything you actually need for training. So the leashes, the collars, all that kind of stuff. So you don't actually need to go out and buy anything. But if you want to have like treats and stuff like that you want to use with your dog, if there's any sort of dietary concerns, letting them know that ahead of time so that way they can use whatever you're using and stuff. But that's pretty much it for the most part.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, good question.
Very good question. Okay.
All right, what's next?
Well, we're coming across some really cold weather.
We are.
Freezing weather.
Yeah.
Okay. So, should we take into account cold floors, like cold concrete, snow, when walking dogs? Because we do look out for them in the heat because of burning pores. Why are you chuckling?
I'm just thinking about that video of like the dog wearing like the booties in the military, whatever, they're in Afghanistan or something, and the dog's wearing little booties, and it's throwing its paws up real high like the first time. Anyways. And I was also thinking about like, if you're actually going to protect your dog's feet from snow, like how high the things would need to go up on their legs to protect them from the
You'd
snow.
have to put them in a full suit, wouldn't you?
I mean, it'd look like a pair of like knee-high boots on women or something like that. It'd be like going up to your dog's like, where the leg meets the torso pretty much to be able to protect them from the snow.
And it depends how low they are.
Fair enough.
Because if they're little wiener dogs, then bellies are going to be rubbing that snow.
Yeah.
But really, seriously, should we take, should we be concerned about dogs going out in the cold?
Yeah. Overall, if you're just going out for like a pee, poop, exercise, like walking them, playing fetch with them, something like that, overall, my answer is going to be no. I don't really think there's much of a need to be concerned there. Now, if your dog is like got really short fur or something, you could put a little jacket on them or something. Yeah. I don't know how super practical those things are, but they are cute, they are cute. I don't know how super practical they are, but overall for just like exercise, going potty, things like that. Now, there is definitely a concern with like leaving your dog out like long periods of time or like overnight or something like that. That's no different than the heat. Like if it's too cold outside, your dog, I don't know the temperature that would, kill a dog or anything. And some dogs are like more made for like outdoors. Yeah. Like you could leave a husky out all winter and they're going to be fine, right? They've got a double coated insulated, a second coat with an insulating layer of fur. So I don't think you really need to worry about that. Now, should you leave your husky out all winter? No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Or no, not at all, not even necessarily. But like Great Pyrenees is another example. Like those dogs, like you could put them out in like, probably negative temperatures and they're going to be just fine.
They prefer to be out, don't they?
They really do. Funny enough, my first client that I ever had, I think I told the story not too long ago, but it was a Great Pyrenees and it was wintertime. It was really cold outside. And I literally just got back from dog training school. I had my certificate and everything. And this Great Pyrenees just would not come back in the house. And I could not. And I just kind of like BS'd my way through the first lesson, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to get this dog back in the house. And so they wrote me the check and I was like, I'm determined to find a way to get this dog in the house. But that first day I didn't. I ended up getting it into the house on the second lesson. But
good.
But yeah, that dog, I mean, that dog loved being out in the cold. It loved it. So, but anyways, I definitely think there's a risk of leaving your dog out like too long. more of just, and I guess when I say too long, like if you put a German Shepherd out for an hour, yeah, they might be cold, but they're not going to like die from the cold or anything. But like overnight, things like that. And if you do, I'm sure that the people that leave their dogs out that don't put them in great conditions are not listening to dog training podcasts. But if there is one of them, you know, I would say,
let's say there's one person
I would say
out there listening.
You're leaving your dog outside. I would say give them shelter. So get them a dog house. Get them a bed for inside of it. Get them some hay for inside of it. Something like that.
Warm.
Just keep them warm. Keep them warm. Just because, you know, if you've got a dog like, and let's say it does have shorter fur, like a Pitty or like a Dachshund or something like that, something with shorter fur. Yeah, those dogs are gonna be freezing at like today's temperatures. Like, it says it's 29 today. I call BS. It feels way colder than 29
Wind
here in
chill.
Memphis. Yeah, it's incredibly cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, like give them a house, give them somewhere to go. Put some hay in there, put a bed in there, things like that. Like make, you know, also another thing too with like the water is like making,
make sure that's not frozen.
Yeah, if they live outside, make sure the water's like busted up, you know, there's no ice on the top of it. They can actually still drink their water and stuff like that. But hopefully, and if it's really cold, you know, like, and you don't want the dog, like maybe you've got more of a primarily outside dog or whatnot, like, and open up the laundry room to him, you know, like just put him in the laundry room or something. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be warmer than, you know, than at least the outside. So
is it the same rule of thumb as in like if we're hot, they're hot, if we're cold, they're cold?
I think it's probably more true that if we're hot, they're hot.
Okay.
Probably less true.
Less true with the cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just not as much. Just because like, you know, they do have a layer of fur on and stuff like that. So not necessarily. I do have a funny story though about our travels from this past from like a week ago.
Tell me your
story.
So
we made we made a handful of pit stops on the way to Yellowstone. And so me and Mia, we stopped at the Badlands and went camping there. And we didn't get until like midnight, 1 o'clock or something. And we go to this really beautiful area. I didn't know it was beautiful then, but I heard it was, and because it was super dark and I couldn't see anything. It's really cloudy outside.
Yeah.
So we park, and I just stopped at Walmart earlier, and I bought a tent, I bought a ground mat, and I bought a sleeping bag, right? And I'm so grateful that somebody told me to do that, because had I just brought what I brought, like a big comforter and stuff, I would have been absolutely freezing. I mean, it would have been so cold. But anyway, so I bought this ground mat. Anyways, so I set up the tent in the dark, and I definitely didn't put the rain cover on, right? So like there's definitely wind getting into the tent and stuff. Nothing, whatever, no problem, right? But anyways, so I get snuggled up into my tent, and I put this huge comforter down for Mia. And it's like I don't know what it's called, but it's like one of those like really thick comforter, like a down comforter or something.
Okay, yeah.
Really thick. It's the one I use on my bed. So I folded it up in half, I put it on the ground, and then I put it over top of Mia. Mia normally sleeps on top of stuff. She doesn't ever really like get under stuff. But I was like, it's kind of cold tonight. Now, to be fair, it only said it was like 35 degrees. But with the wind chill, it was way colder. Like it was freezing outside. So anyways, I put the blanket down. I put it over Mia. And anyways, I wake up in the middle of the night to like grab some water or something like that. Anyways, I look over at Mia, and she's going,
oh, no.
Just shivered, freezing. And I was like, oh my, I felt so bad. So I moved the blanket and I folded it back up over and I'm like, called her over to me. I'm like, here, snuggle up to me. We could warm up each other. And so anyways, we started like snuggling, and anyways, I woke up at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and she's back on top of the blanket shivering again. I'm like, you wouldn't be cold if you would just make like a little nest and just stay in the nest, but she didn't. So anyways, at like 6, it was still dark outside, and we decided to get in the truck and just sleep in the truck for a while.
Bless her.
Yeah. So, but she was cold.
She needed a sweater.
Yeah. I do have a jacket for her. I just always thought it was kind of silly, but maybe I should have brought it. Who knows?
Yeah. It's not that
it's very
silly
cute.
After all.
It's pink.
Yeah,
it's cute. It's a pink fur jacket. It's very cute.
Oh, yeah. Put
cute.
It on. We need some pictures.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that happened.
Okay.
But she's all good.
Yeah,
she's ready
she
to rock and roll
survived,
the next
and you
day.
survived as well.
Yeah.
Who on earth would want to camp when it's like 30 degrees?
I didn't want to. I didn't.
You crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy. Not the best idea, but it was fun. Anyways, back to cold weather.
Back to cold weather. So yeah, dogs are okay walking.
Yeah, for sure.
No problem. Okay. So, and I now want you to explore with me the vest.
Oh yeah. I already know where you're going with this. So the X-Dog vest. So
X-Dog
one
vest.
thing I really like in the wintertime, now this is really good for dogs that are over a year old. If they're not a year old, I would say don't buy one, just because your dog still has like hip and bone development and stuff to do. But the X-Dog vest is amazing because It basically, you can put it on your dog. It's a harness that has like little pockets on it, and then you stuff the pockets with like BBs or sand or something like that. And the dog wears anywhere from like 5 to 10% of their body weight, and it just helps get their energy out faster. Now, it's really good for a bunch of stuff. It's good for like getting their energy out faster. It's good for like weight loss. It's good for like getting dogs worn out and, you know, anxiety and stuff. It's really good for a lot of things. But my favorite thing that I've used it for in the past historically has been in the wintertime, playing fetch with Mia or hiking with her or walking with her or something like that. I'll make her wear that because it just adds like a little like umph to the walk, so to speak. Like, because, you know, I always tell people like a 1 mile walk in June and a 1 mile walk in January are very different outcomes, you know, by the end. You know, you can be done with like a 1 mile walk and your dog is not even panting. Like this morning, me and Mia literally walked 2.5 miles in the cold. It was freezing. And I accidentally left all my winter stuff on my counter because I meant to bring it with me to my truck the next day, forgot it. So this morning, all I had on was like a little hat and a pair of leather work gloves, and my hands were freezing. But by the time we were done with the walk, 2.5 miles, we were walking at like a decent clip too. You know, and that,
like, you don't walk slow.
That took us like, I think 45 minutes. So, you know, decent clip. And she's not even panting, you know, by the end of that. And so I'm like, yeah, clearly we got to do some more stuff with you. So anyways, all that being said, it's just a really great way to add like a little bit to your dog's like walk to make him like get a little bit more worn out faster. Like whenever I go walking, I normally always carry like a 30 or 40 pound pack with me, and just makes me get worn down a little faster. You know, it makes the walk a little tougher, gets my energy out a little faster, things like that. And so, anyways, the same thing works with dogs. The bag I use for that is called a GoRuck. They're amazing.
Okay, so where can people get this? X vest?
We'll put a link down in the comments, but yeah, I think it's just xdog.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did buy one for Sully.
Yeah. They should put me on commission.
They should put you on commission?
Yeah, I've sold a bunch of them over the years. I've sold a ton of them.
Why don't you get some here at the building?
Actually, they did used to actually have me on commission.
Did they really?
They really did.
Well, it must work then.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's actually one of the guys I want to interview. The guy that owns that. He's really big with food and health and exercise and stuff like that for canines. And he's actually one of the people I want to put on the hit list for interviews.
I don't think we should call it a hit list.
For interviews. Hit list for interviews. That sounds better.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, those vests are really great. You can also put like little like on the inside of them, you can put like warming and cooling packs and stuff like that. So like on the inside, like on some of the newer versions, you can get like there's like little pockets, and you can like, and it comes with a freezer pack, and I think you can also microwave. I've never put a heater pack in there, but you can also put like hot packs in there and stuff too, where they can warm the dogs up or cool the dogs down on the inverse. So those are cool, and it comes with that stuff. Great product. They've also got so much other stuff too. Like you can get like and I haven't actually bought any of this stuff before, but you can get like a little like thing that clips up to the harness, and then you could put like a little sled behind it where they have to pull weights to get your dog's energy out faster. Yeah, they got a parachute that it can clip up to.
I could hitch Sully up to my wheelchair.
Yeah, put you in sport, put you in manual mode.
I could be Cordova's answer to the sled team.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, put your wheelchair in sport.
Yeah, he'll not be pulling so much then, will he?
Yeah, he'll be Mom.
Be like, okay, I'm sorry, Mom, I won't do it again.
That's funny. Yeah, they also have like a parachute attachment to it too. So whenever you
parachute.
So whenever you throw the ball and the dog starts running, it goes and blows up. So it like gives the dog a lot of resistance to like run and go get the ball.
What if it's like one of those that they use in the sea though, where get some speed and they go up in the parachute?
Maybe you could put like a little like toy Woody on there.
If they're running that fast and the parachute catches the wind.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
What I mean? Yeah. You get like a little toy Woody or something like that to like dangle onto your parachute. So it could be hanging from your dog's parachute. But yeah.
Okay.
You'd probably need like 100 Malinois to pull up one person, which would be really interesting to see. But
I meant, would the parachute pull the dog up?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
No.
The dog, I mean,
that's what I was envisioning, not having like a toy Woody hanging as
I
though
thought
it's
okay.
Paragliding, isn't it called?
Yeah, I misunderstood what you were saying.
No,
yeah.
I was meaning if the dog got enough speed running.
I don't think so.
And the wind caught the parachute, would the dog go up in the air?
Maybe a really big parachute and a really tiny dog, but like.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, it'd have to be a strong
My
gust.
mind
It'd
just
have to
went
be a
off
bigger-
onto tangent with
Yeah,
that
it'd have
one.
to be a way bigger parachute.
It's like drag racing dogs with
Yeah.
a parachute behind them.
That'd also be kind of a cool sport. But he like some of their products are designed for like helping bullies like with weight pull and like pit bulls and stuff that do like weight pull and different stuff like that. So he's also, anyways,
Cool.
enough plugging for
Enough.
X Dog. I like their product. I think it's great, and I think it's great for like wintertime and stuff.
Absolutely. I think that's something I'm going to do with Sul.
Oh yeah, you should because you have one. You might. As
I
well
do
use
have
it.
one.
Yeah.
I may as well start putting it to good use,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
for
we
sure.
won't have to walk for hours and freeze me to death.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, that's my questions for you today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. That was kind of short. How long was that? Only 21 minutes. Wow.
I don't have any more questions today.
Okay. Well, I guess this is just a quick one.
Yeah.
Quick one to start the new year.
But informative.
Yeah, definitely informative for sure.
Well, why don't we give our viewers an insight into what interviews that we want to be doing? Like you've mentioned the raw food,
Yeah, for sure.
the ex-Vest
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
people.
if people are watching, they want to recommend some people, they can. But yeah, I want to interview some like, and long term, I really want to host debates, as we've been saying, like since the
I think
beginning of the
that'd
show.
be good.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I want to grow the show before we do something like that, though. But yeah, I want to interview some experts on like kibble and like kibble food. So any like maybe kibble representatives for like big kibble companies, people that specialize in like raw food and believe that's the best. I want to interview vets with like different approaches to medicine. So maybe like Western vets and holistic vets and stuff, some doggy nutritionists, people that own daycares and boarding businesses and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
get insights on that business. And yeah, how I kind of like Drew's question, like how people can kind of prepare for that or get their dog ready for that, or like best practices, things like that. Yeah, just a bunch of different stuff. I just want to,
I still want to interview the vet that comes to your home at the Rainbow Bridge time of life as
right.
well.
Yeah.
Because I think we do all the preparation.
Over under on Ukraine on that episode.
Sorry?
Over under on Ukraine on that episode.
Oh, it'll be bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But it's a part of owning a dog. And we do all the preparation for puppies and, you know, taking them walking and whatever, but we never discuss the end of life.
Yeah. It's a great point.
She'd be a really good person to interview.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That kind of just, I mean, that's a heavy topic just to even think about. I mean, I don't even like thinking about that.
I know you don't, but you're going to have to.
Yeah, but not today.
Well, no, not
Not while we're recording
today.
live.
But knowledge is power.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always said with Mabel that I didn't want her to have her last moment on a metal bed.
Yeah.
And Dr. Sally came out and we said goodbye to Mabel on her favourite couch.
Yeah.
And she had favourite cupcakes because it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And it was a very beautiful process.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So, yeah. So we do need to think about it. Okay, now
There's
let's...
one lady I'd love to interview too. She was on Joe Rogan, but she's a wolf expert. Her name's, I think it's Diane Boyd, but she's a wolf expert. And I would absolutely love to interview her and talk to her about just her experience with wolves. She also loves dogs too, but she is part of like helping introduce wolves to like wild environments and stuff like that. So like, I don't know if she's responsible for the Yellowstone wolves, but like different places like where they used to be like natural and stuff.
Yeah.
She's really a big part, like was a big part of that and stuff. She's been in that industry.
Well, if we can't get her, maybe there's a wolf expert at Memphis Zoo.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we have the wolves now
I didn't even know we had wolves. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
in the new park. Yeah.
Yeah. Interview some clients this year too. Talk about their experience
We
or
do
before and
need to
after
do that.
transformations and stuff like that. That'd be
We
cool.
do.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, we got some stuff we want to do.
Got some
so
good stuff coming
anyways,
up.
hold us accountable to all that, folks.
Yeah, and let us know if you want to do some, any ideas on who we should interview?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you know anybody. If you made it your doggy any resolutions, if you made any doggy resolutions for the year, like goals, training goals, etc., let us know below. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
We'd love to hear about that as well.
Keep the questions coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, if you want to write those in, you can write those into me at Corey from Wonder Dog on Instagram, or to Sally.
Sally at wonderdogtraining.com.
Yep. If you like the show, subscribe to the show, share it with a friend or family member or something like that. If you got any value out of the show, that'd be amazing. We'd really appreciate that. If you need help with training, there's links below where you can get help with training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that's it. Hope everybody stays warm.
Yeah,
and
stay warm out there. It's freezing
yeah,
here.
It is. Yep. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. And we will see y'all in the next episode.
Time.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.